All right, so I'm going to see if I can get this in one go with fairly concise demo how we can send an email to someone with a Zoho form that they can fill in to basically confirm the details that we have in CRM. Should be able to do this in one shot with no editing here. I'm wearing my Zoho t-shirt for good luck anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into Zoho Forms. I'm going to make this really basic. I'll just put like first name, last name, email address, and phone number maybe. And then just to show the concept of how this works. So we're going to go into Zoho and create a new form. So Zoho Forms to be specific. And I'm doing this in Forms rather than Survey because Forms allows me to pre-populate this by sending a link. So I'm going to create a new form. And I'll call this customer info. Okay, and I'm going to just make, let's say, first name, last name. At email address, I don't really want them to edit this because this will match things back up. So I'll disable it. I'll show it to them. Email's good there. And then phone number. All right. Okay, so that looks good. So then I'm going to go ahead and save this. And then in the settings, okay, so I have to have a way that I can fill these in the link. So we have to set up what's called a field alias for each one. All right, so I'm going to pick each of these fields and I'll add something it's mostly important that it's just text here and no funny characters because this is going to go in the URL in the email that we send out. So I'll add first name there as first. This could be first, this could be F, this can be anything that you want. Last, email. If you're the Forms product manager watching this, I would love for this to automatically populate with the name here, just with the spaces taken out, or put an underscore in. Okay, that would save me from typing this stuff out. Okay, so now we'll save that. And now we'll go ahead and bring the form up here. So now, see this URL that shows up at the top? If I say, with a question mark behind it, and I say, and first equals Len, and last equals cameraman, and email equals cameraman at yourcrmhero.com, and not that, and phone equals 2602243. I take that. If I send someone to that URL, it sends them to this form pre-populated. Oh, I did phone in uppercase. Why didn't that? So now as a customer, I can go and say, oh, you know what? I actually updated my phone number. So now it's 416-800-735 or whatever, and hit submit. And then I can have that go back to CRM if I want. But this pre-populated part, the key to this is setting up the alias and then having the values show up in here. So like, okay, great. So I can type that up, but I don't want to type that every time. So how do we do that? Well, we make an email template that fills this in for us. So first, let's go to this form. Let's go to share. And I want this URL. So that one, I can test it with that. But if I want the actual URL that I can use, hey, if you want to make sure that this works outside of being logged in, you can always go new incognito window and paste this link and see if it works. If it works, I know I'm not logged into Zoho here, so if this comes up correctly, then I know I'm in good shape. Also, I can add branding to this, and I can put colors in here and make it look slicker than this, but you get the point there. Also, I won't cover this here, but if you want this to come back into CRM, basically the key is that you set up the integration between Forms and CRM, and you say this form goes to the contacts module, and I have to choose which layout, and then I just map all the fields over. So I say last name. Okay, now, actually, I guess we might as well. We're halfway done already. Let's finish this off. So I'll map first name to first name, phone in CRM will be phone from here. And I'm not allowing them to update the email address. I don't want someone to change that because I'm going to match based on that. All right. So now I'm going to match this. Okay, so it's looking to see what field I'm matching on. And it's saying, hey, if they make a field blank, do you want to override it? Well, I'll say no to that one. And then the other thing I absolutely want to check is I want to mark this off for approval. So they have to be approved in CRM. So if someone decides that they want to, fill in garbage instead, well, it gives me the chance to decide whether or not I want to commit that to CRM's records. So I'll hit that, and then I'll hit integrate. Right. So because last name's a mandatory field in CRM, it has to be populated. So it's reminding me that I need to set that field as mandatory. So now that's set up. Okay, so the integration's taken care of. I can have this populate back into CRM. So on to how do I get this email out without making this a big project every time where I have to manually type crazy stuff into the URL. So I'll take the link here, and then I'm going to go into CRM and I will create an email template. So I'm going to go to setup. Email templates are awesome. Yeah, let's not look at that right now. Okay, and then under customization, I'll go to templates. Now, templates you can use to send off individually, or you can use them for workflow rules as well. So if you want this as an automated step or something that gets sent out as part of a blueprint, you can absolutely do that. So I'm going to create a new template. And it's important that I pick it for the same module as I want the form to be for. So for contacts. All right. And then I get all these fancy options. Now, if you want this just to look like a regular email, don't pick blank. Just pick the insert HTML/plain text. This one's still going to have a funky box around it if you choose it. But this one just gives you a regular editor. So now we'll call this template name. This is the internal name that you see. So customer info update request. And this is the subject. So I can even merge into here. I'm not going to put hi, their name, in the subject line. You could if you want to. Contact info, please. Now I can merge it. So I can say hi, pound symbol, scroll down to first name. Thanks registering for our underwater widget production class. Could you please update your here? Now, if you wanted to, you could also merge in their details here. And if they see it and they're like, yeah, that's right, then they don't need to submit the form. But if you want them to verify it and submit, then still put it in here. So now here's the magic part. So we're going to put in, I'm going to put in a link here. And so this link is the one that I pasted, except on the end of this, I'm going to put the question mark and then first equals. All right. So it's not going to do the type ahead for me. I thought it would do that. That's fine. Okay, so I'm going to back out of here. So we're going to make our link first because it's easier if I do that in the editor. So here's the first part of the link, and then question mark, and then first equals. And then here we hit the pound symbol again, and we put in first name. So this is going to pop in the first name into this link. So I'm basically just building a template for the link. So now I'll say and last equals last name and phone equals phone. The type ahead's pretty awesome in this, eh? So just say email equals. I just start, instead of scrolling through this list, I'm just typing EMA and it narrows the list down. And I want to make sure I grab the one that's underneath contacts here so I don't put my email address in or something else that would make a mess of things. So now I've got this list, or this link. So now I'm going to take this, I'm going to copy this. And so this is good enough for now. Again, you get the idea. All right. And save, and I'll put this in my demo folder. Okay, so now that email can go out, and if you pick a contact, here we go. Oh, hang on. Johnny's record. And just to make this interesting, I'll put in a phone number here. Okay, so now I can click on send email, pick choose template, and customer info update request. All right, now if I should be able to see that this is getting populated correctly just to prove that this is working. Yeah, okay, so you can see it's filled this in. So here's the URL. It's kind of squished, but you can see that it's filled these details in. So now when I send this out, Johnny gets a link that's going to, here, let's actually grab that URL from here. Just to show you, I'm going to copy this. Just show you that let's open a new incognito tab here, and then show you a link that has this all filled out. So it's ready to go. You can verify details. Go ahead and hit submit. So that is it. Key thing to this is getting that alias set up and mapping the fields, and then putting your link together in the template using the trick I showed you. So, all right. Hope that helps. Happy Zohoing.